Handicap, Born Black in America. I'm your host, Ramon Roan. It's being brought to you by Concerned Citizens Alliance, where our motto is local politics makes a difference. The title of this video is Why Black Lives Matter. We're still dealing with the aftermath of the young lady, and 23-year-old young lady by the name of, I believe her name is Corinth Gaines, was shot and killed by police officers, the 9th of the year. I'm not going to get into the details of that killing, of that incident. I'm not going to get into the details of the Sterling or the recent one in Minnesota. I believe that guy was in Castillo. I'm not going to get into the details of any of those killings at this time. I think until I get the evidence, get the facts, I don't like to make any comments on those things here. When I originally, during the campaign, after the Walter Scott killing, and then after the Michael Brown killing, the death of Michael Brown, Black Lives Matter became a theme and an organization. And I had some reservations. I believe that all lives matter. I believe cop lives matter. I believe that white people lives matter. I like what Mr. Van Jones said, that he looked at Black Lives Matter, not that white lives don't matter, but Black Lives Matter too. When you find yourself in a vexing situation, you do almost anything to release your anger. The young man that did the killing in Texas, he found himself in a vexing. I'm not justifying. Let me stop right now by saying I don't justify what the young man in Texas did by killing all those police officers. I don't justify it nonetheless. But you find yourself in a vexing situation. You have nowhere out. It seems you have nowhere to turn, and you just want to unleash. You just want to get it out, and trying to understand it, trying to explain it. But I want to say that when I was not on board with Black Lives Matter, not initially, but I can explain why I would understand the need of the movement. You see, black people in this country have been through hell. Yeah, we may see Barack Obama, Condoleezza Rice, and P. Diddy. You see Michael Jordan. You see some have made it. Oprah Winfrey have made it. But by and large, black people have gone through hell. You can't take a few blacks and say, well, if he did it, then why you can't do it? You can't. It doesn't work that way. You see, over the history of this country, we're talking about Black Lives Matter. See, did Black Lives Matter from 1501 to 1965? Did it matter? We were enslaved. Did it matter from 1865 to 1964 when we were finally given our civil rights? During that time, black lives didn't matter. Did it matter during the Jim Crow laws? Did it matter then? Did Black Lives matter during the black codes? The vagrancy laws? Did it matter then? Did Black Lives matter during the lynchings that occurred between 1880 and 1968? Nearly 5,000 lynchings. Did Black Lives matter then? Did Black Lives matter during the discriminatory practices for redlining? Not allowing African American black people to participate in the FHA loans? Did it matter with predatory lenders? Did Black Lives matter during predatory lending? They were seeking out blacks to get them on those adjustable rate mortgages and then taking their homes. Does Black Lives Matter with the unemployment rate double that of whites? Does Black Lives Matter? Does Black Lives Matter when a white person and a black person commit the same crime and the black person does more time? Does Black Lives Matter then? You see, does Black Lives Matter when a white person could get due process in this case and a black person he's getting pretrial adjudication? Does Black Lives Matter? You see, you cannot look at the organization Black Lives Matter for the conditions right now. You have to look at the totality of the experience of the black man, not the experience that we have in 2015 or 2016. You have to look at the totality of the experience of the black man. That's why Black Lives Matter. That's why there is a need for the organization. Now, I say this, that we must understand that there is a legitimate grievance for people of color. We have a grievance. Black lives didn't matter when in 1862 with the Homestead Act, where blacks were unable to participate of giving thousands of acres to white Europeans. We weren't able to. Black lives didn't matter when we were promised 40 acres and a mule, and then after the death of Kennedy, it was rescinded. Black lives didn't matter. See, black lives don't matter. And I have a personal stake in this. My nephew, 26 years old, in Marion, Indiana, riding his motorcycle, a woman runs the red light. She is criminally negligent. She ran the red light, causing his death. The prosecutor decided that he is not going to press charge of vehicular homicide on this white woman. There was a crime committed. Did she mean to kill my nephew? No. But see, for me, when I think of Black Lives Matter, my nephew did not matter to that prosecutor because he was black. So there is a need. I have no criticism of the organization Black Lives Matter, because I understand as a black man growing up and living in a European and a white, I'm gonna say a white supremacy type environment, I understand the experiences of the black man. And I never like to close. I never like to just to point out a problem. But the solution for the black man, and you've heard this before, the solution for the black man is to become independent from the white dollar. We got $1 trillion, over $1 trillion in spending that we do, but yet only 5% of that money actually go into black hands. We need to be wise on our business. We need to create more businesses. We need to also get involved in the political process, become mayors, become governors, become presidents, in order for us to. And as I close, I think blacks ought to consider this. What if blacks had 13% of the federal contracts? We're 13% of the population. Well, we had 13%. Right now, we get less than 2%. Well, we had 13%. It may change our economy, the black economy. This has been Handicap, Born Black in America. Please like, share, and subscribe. And until the next time, my time is up.